Welcome back
to Shootin' the Shit
podcast.
This is episode
15.
16.
15.
It's something for sure. That's a fact.
Something. With your host, Casey.
Brody. That's his friend.
Jacob.
Oh, man.
I don't know if y'all can tell. Let's discuss the elephant in the room here.
We'll discuss it on the podcast.
Casey got
Roll
a
the
haircut.
intro. You want a cookie?
Yeah.
I know you want a cookie, boy.
Did your daddy get you that from the Keys?
Nobody drove there yesterday.
Chips Ahoy Chewy cookies are the best Chips Ahoy cookies ever.
The blue Chips Ahoy cookies suck dick.
Hmm?
That's my hot take for the day. That ain't even a hot. That's a
What?
normal take.
What?
The blue Chips, the blue pack.
The
Oh, the little pack.
No, the regular.
Yeah.
That shit suck ass.
Oh, yeah.
J. Cole will fuck them bitches up.
They cookies, bro.
Chewy ones are the best.
I'd much rather have Chewy though. But
Oh,
if I'm
yeah.
going for if I'm going to dip it, we can talk about this on the podcast. Like,
I might throw that in. That's okay, a good talk. We can come back to it. Let's do the intro. So I don't really care.
some lunch hour.
Boy,
Boy, I know you're fan that thing about some lunch.
what'd y'all have for lunch today? What'd you have for lunch, Jacob?
Some peanut butter crackers.
Some peanut butter crackers.
Chicken and
Yeah,
fries.
I didn't get lunch. I didn't get lunch today, boy.
I had
Mid AF.
I had a chicken sandwich.
You had Chick-fil-A?
Chicken
No.
and fries from
Bookies.
from
Bussies.
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 What you got?
Getting nice at Bussies. Have y'all seen that?
First
sound?
time at Bussies.
First time at Bussies.
First time at Bacalli's. I just keep saying it wrong.
I had a chicken sandwich from we have them in the freezer. They taste like Chick-fil-A.
The ones that come in the red packaging?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
We
They're
got
so
them
good.
now.
They ain't
Ours
as
is
good.
They're
freezing
not as
hot.
good. No, they're not.
They're not as good as the ones that I make.
And they are packed with juice,
Have I ever
bro.
made you one of them?
Mm-mm. I had my chicken sandwich today. I have one almost every day for lunch because me and Allie come home from school,
Yeah.
and I have a chicken
it's
sandwich.
done?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I bit into it, and it squirted juice all over me, and it was hot. It was
It was
burning.
A hot squirted birdie.
It was.
A hot squatted buddy.
Jake Hall knows about one of them.
Yeah, I can tell y'all a story about that. Y'all want to hop into it?
Yeah, because I'm curious now.
Okay, so y'all know how I went to Arab
Let me picture the scene.
a couple
Yeah.
months ago.
Yeah.
This was it was before New Year's, so probably like
It was definitely before New Year's.
Definitely.
It was like not long before New Year's though. It was like
no,
2
it was
weeks.
like the 28th probably.
It was after Christmas, so
After
it was
Christmas,
really.
it was close.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because you remember on the podcast it
Jeez.
said 2B one
1 week.
2B 1 week.
You slut.
Jake Hall is such a horny nasty freak.
Hopefully they ain't watching this. I don't really care.
Oh hell, no. She subscribed.
Oh really?
Pool table is. I did it on her phone.
Yeah, that's
Pool table
right.
is-
No, so
In case y'all.
I go to Arab and I met this girl on Snapchat, right?
Mhm.
And I'm on the phone with Brody. One day, Brody's coming back from his girlfriend's house. I was like, dude, this girl from Arab's like, she can get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, all this and that. And so Brody's like, all right. Let me see if I still got it. He tells me what to say. So I text her what he says. And she's like, yeah, I'm down to hang out, whatever.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, what you doing after like Friday or like Saturday night? She's like, oh, I'm free. I was like, okay, I'm coming to you. I was like, but then I figured out. I figured out. I was like, okay, I got stuff to do that day, so I'm gonna be a little late.
As usual.
Anyways, yeah.
Jake Hall being on time.
Never.
Never. It's currently like 10:30 right now as we're filming. On a Thursday.
Me and Brody were here at 9.
Nah, it's 10:45 now.
Yeah, we've been here. I've been here since 9.
Setting this up.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting on for y'all to set everything up.
Uh-huh.
Anyways, back to the story. So I had stuff to do that day. I was a little late, but it's okay. She was too. So I was like, okay, bet. So we meet. Whatever. We're driving around. We get to Gunnersville because they close.
Mm-hmm.
So we're driving around. I was like, okay, let's go get some ice cream. Like, ice cream shop's closed. We get to Gunnersville because we left from there. And so we just talking. She's on a friend with her little fruity guy friend.
She's
On the phone with her friend.
You said on the friend.
On the friend with her little fruity guy.
Oh,
friend.
she on the phone with her fruity friend guy, or whatever. And I'm like, hey, what's up? Blah, blah, blah. I'm talking to him, whatever. We just making small talk. She's dropping subtle things, You know what I'm saying? You picking off what I know?
Yeah.
I was picking up what she was putting down. So, like, so we get back to my car. I'm like, thanks for, driving me around, essentially, all this and that. We kissed and, go, and fast forward about an hour and a half.
It started escalating quick.
And so we're sitting there. I'm like, all right, well, it's damn near past my bedtime. I'm like, I got to get going. She's like, yeah, I got to get going too for my mom and dad. They'll probably freak out where I am, even though I told them I was with you. I was like, okay, I'll see you later. Whatever, hug, kiss, bye. So
a hug, kiss, bye is not a casual thing on the first hangout. That's not a...
No, it ain't, but hey, some things aren't.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of just like, all right, I'll see you later, like, catch you on the flip, whatever. So I'm going to get in my car. At this point, I'm like watching a car roll up. And we had this whole parking lot to ourselves, just talking and, So I'm like, okay, whatever. I look again. I like kind of side eye it. It's a cop. So I'm just getting in my car. She's in reverse. She's pulling out. And as soon as I like open my door and I step 1 foot in, he hits the lights and goes, hold up right there. I said, all right.
I know you were shaking in your boots, bro.
I said, yes, sir. I closed the door. He said, so luckily it was 2 officers in this one car. He gets out. He talks to me. The other guy gets out. He talks to her. And it's like, so he's like, hey, man, what y'all doing? It's 12 o'clock, and y'all are at the high school. The windows are a little foggy, and, just looks a little weird. I was like, yeah, I know. I said, listen, dude, it's kind of complicated, but me and her got this thing going on, like, right now, and we just been talking here for about 2.5 hours, before she goes back to Texas, because she goes to school at Baylor, and so I was like, yeah, dude, yeah. So he's like, Waco, Texas, Baylor? I was like, yeah, Baylor. She's on a full ride. And he goes, damn. He said, you got a good one, bro. She could be making bank.
Do you still talk to this girl?
Yeah, I still talk to her. Yeah. And he was like, yeah, you need to stick with her. She could be making bank. You got you a sugar mama. I was like, me and him just cutting off like we was boys. I was like, dude, this guy's cool as heck. So,
wish they would have been that nice and Tallapoosa, bro.
Yeah, I swear. Dude, so he walks over there, the other cop walks over here to me, so now we swapped. And so other guy's like, hey, what y'all doing? It's like, told him the same thing. Just, hey, we just talking, before she goes back to Texas. Things are a little complicated right now, but it's, we're gonna get through it. Acted like we was kind of like low-key talk, like dating or talking. And he was like, okay, all right, well, I'm gonna go talk to him for a second. Well, they literally walk past each other. They go, all right, well, y'all's stories align, so y'all are free to go. I said, all right, thanks, man. Shook his hand, have a good day, walked out of there. I mean, and this was at the high school. So like, and I don't know if y'all have ever been to the high school, but their high school is on the main road.
Oh yeah.
It's on the.
Remember we had to drive there to watch that football game?
That's Arab.
Yeah.
That is not on no main road. Arab is nothing
That is a
main.
main road.
It's a main road for them.
No, that was Mortimer Jordan we went to.
That was
Yeah.
More Jordan's out in the middle of the woods, bro.
Dude, that is
Yeah.
literally the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
I want to take my bike up that road so bad.
But so
No.
it's on a main road. There's houses this way, a house, and then like 40, 50 yards, a house. So it's like surrounded basically. Then you got like their football field right behind it, and like probably 2 acres for their parking lot.
Yeah.
So, it's very open.
Yeah, right.
So it wasn't like okay, this is out of the ordinary. The cops are showing up because we were hidden. We were out in the open, But it was just I told Brody about this the other day. I was like, I ain't never told y'all that because I was going to tell you on the podcast and I forgot. So
That's hilarious.
yeah.
So you left right after that?
Yeah, I left right after I went home. I said, what'd you say to the cops? And she said, same thing I said. I was like, that's crazy. Our stories align. And it was awesome. I mean, it was like pretty cool. Just a cool, like,
Little experience.
cool experience.
Little interlinked, kind of.
Yeah.
Well,
me and Casey Loki had an interlink moment.
allegedly. Allegedly.
Talking to the
This
cops.
is all alleged, but we do have a very allegedly
this is
exciting-
a hypothesis.
Yes.
Or not a hypothesis,
a
but like
hypothetical
this is a hypothetical.
story.
And the hypothesis is something
We'll
you get
just
from,
say,
like,
no
math
matter
or
how
something.
hypothetical it was, it felt very real. So,
Hey, Matt, yeah, you can get him out there.
we are allegedly.
Hypothetically, that we're hanging out, and we're doing our thing, and we're jamming out in the bathroom.
Okay. Let's start back.
Okay.
Allegedly, we are staying at a campground in Alexander City, Wind Creek State Park campground
Allegedly.
on Lake Martin. Allegedly,
I've never
this is
heard
just something
Hypothetical?
nothing.
If this did happen.
This is how it would have happened.
Exactly.
But it didn't happen, so this is not how it happened.
Anyway, so we're staying in the camper allegedly, and me and Brody, we mixing up a few drinks,
we get our thing
just a little
on.
thing, and in the camper. In the alleged camper, we have a 5-gallon hot water heater, and there is 1, 2, 3,
Five.
4, 5, 6
7.
people. No, Justin wasn't there. Yes, he was. There was 7 people. 7 people in this one camper. 5 gallons is not going to do nothing. So we go to the bathhouse to take showers, and we got our speaker going. We got our
Oh, we just bumping some music.
we
having a
just
good old
bumping some
time.
music.
Mhm.
Got
Not doing nothing
got
wrong.
one drink allegedly.
We had to.
Well, we had one each, and he finished his while he was in the
Allegedly,
bathhouse.
I
I
had
didn't.
finished mine and put it underneath his
And
cup.
I was holding his cup while I was still sipping on mine, allegedly. And we go out of the bathhouse, and J. Cole and Ruby are kind of in front of us. And J. Cole looks at Ruby
Ruby
and
is his
says,
girlfriend, by the way.
yes. I think we've covered that many times.
Yeah,
But for the newcomers, Ruby's my girlfriend. And J. Cole's like, yo, I think that's a cop. And Ruby's like, no, it's fine. And they just keep walking. Well, me and Brody, we're over here collecting our things. We're just getting
walking out,
getting together, allegedly.
We weren't even
I literally, allegedly, like hypothetically, I would have looked at her and I would have said, "No, that's a cop. I saw him earlier," and she would have argued her case. But that's hypothetical.
So, back on the hypothetical train, we're just walking, and they start slowly rolling, like keeping
and the
up
thing
with
us.
us.
We're like not even doing anything wrong.
Nothing
either.
wrong.
Like
The only thing wrong is that I had a cup in my hand, allegedly. So we we start walking,
Jaywalking.
and
we're walking,
they
just, like,
have
staring us down, going real slow.
they got their window down, and I say, hey.
I said, "Evening, officers. How y'all doing tonight?" And they're like, "Good." And I'm like, "Y'all been busy."
Brody would have said that.
This is what I would have said.
And
I said-
when Bertie was done talking, I said, I got a quick question. Could you put one of us in handcuffs for a thumbnail? For like a little picture?
Yeah, for our podcast.
They're like, oh, what kind of podcast?
And then
We're
talking
telling
for a
them
minute,
about
and
it.
then,
They said, all right.
I'll
Well,
do you a favor if you do me one.
mhm. We'll answer your question if you answer ours, allegedly. What's in that cup? And frozen. Like deer in headlights, frozen. Me and Brody just keep
It's what
looking at
would've
each other.
happened If this happened.
keep looking at each other. And, you know, keep in mind, I'm holding Brody's cup, so I'm like, Brody, it's your cup. What's in it? And he's like, I don't know. You're holding it. And we just went back and forth. It felt like 30 minutes, but it was really like 20 seconds. And the driver, an older man, gets out of the car. And he said, I'm going to ask you one more time. Y'all going to be honest with me. What's in the cup? And allegedly, I said cranberry juice and Tito's. And he was like, and how old are y'all? Told him our age. God, I'm cold. Told him our age. And he was like, all right. Well, that's good as long as there's no alcohol in here. We're like, okay. No, we're good. We're good. And we started walking away. Unfortunately, he had a younger officer with him who knew what it was.
And apparently had some before, allegedly.
Wanted to gloat for some reason. Like, whatever. Nobody cares.
Oh, I've had that back in my day.
Yeah. Like, you're 30. I hope 8 years ago you were living it up. Like, I don't care. And he's like, you said there's Tito's in that cup. Allegedly. And I was like, yes, sir. He said, and that's alcohol. I was like, yes, sir. And he said, you're 16. I said, yes, sir. He was like, yes, sir. Well, where y'all staying? And we pointed at the camper.
I was like, please just take us back over there.
He was like, all right, well, I'm going to walk with you. Younger guy starts driving. Older guy keeps walking with us. It's just silent walk. We're just walking. And we get back, and he's like, well, caught these two boys here with some alcohol, allegedly, to my parents. And my parents, they're not really allowing that. And so Dad said, well, where'd you get it? And I said, I stole it from the fridge when y'all weren't looking. And, you know, they're all disappointed and, you know, shocked, whatever. And the cops, like, ask us again how old we are for the third time in this story, allegedly. And he's like, you're 16? I was like, yes, sir. You're 18?
Yes, sir.
And he's like, all right, well, throw on a shirt and shoes to him. Throw on a shirt and shoes.
Hypothetically, he would have been like, yo.
Throw on a shirt and shoes. You're coming with me. And when he went in the camper to grab shirt and shoes, allegedly, and he said, yeah, I got to take him down to the county jail. Don't want him getting a staph infection. We're like, oh, this is like serious.
I thought he was joking, bro.
He probably would have said, yeah, they got a lot of rape going on around there. I said,
strange guy. And he pulls Birdie to the side after he throws some clothes on, allegedly.
I did not just fart.
And he said,
oh, he said, like, you know this could ruin your life if I take you to jail. I'm going to cut you a break tonight because you seem like a respectful kid, this, that, and the other. And then he's like, I'm going to ask you one more time. Do the parents have any idea? And I'm like, no, they have no idea. They're actually going to whoop our ass when we come back.
Like, y'all better arrest them for child abuse. So,
like, they're about to beat the shit out of them.
They might drown us in the lake. Who knows? So, like,
it's about to be bad. Hopefully, like, honestly, if you don't want to lead, I wouldn't be against it.
Yeah, crazy story part 4.
Yeah, but then the cops roll away. They tell us to don't do it again.
They were back the next day.
They said if they catch us with anything again, then they're gonna take me to jail. Allegedly is what they said.
Hypothetically, they would have said that.
Yeah,
but
if
this
it
is all a
happened.
hypothetical situation.
I mean, this may not have never happened. I mean, it probably didn't.
Yeah,
for
we
real.
could have just made this up for real.
Yeah, we just did this for views.
Yeah. It definitely did not happen.
All right.
Jacob, you get into what you were writing down earlier, and then I'm gonna tell you.
You started scurrying in the notebook. What you got?
I got something I want to say after you.
Speaking of little, cops and all this and that. Speaking of cops, they got a TV show called Cops. So, talking about TV shows, I want y'all to pick 3 out of the 6 reality TV shows / game shows that I got here. You can only pick 3, but I got some heaters on here.
All right, what happened?
Some freaking heaters.
I might know 3.
Like the best out of the 3, or the best out of 6.
The best out of the 6.
All right.
I'm gonna start from the bottom up because I think bottom up, low key is.
Bottoms up.
So at number 6, y'all got Baggage with Jerry Springer. Never seen it.
What is that?
Where they open up suitcase, tell what kind of baggage they got, and then the two. Okay, well. Okay, we'll switch that one out. I had y'all pick between 1 and 2.
All right, what's the other
We'll go with the number 1 option, because they picked number 2, was Scratch Baggage. That was Guys Grocery Games. Never seen it?
Bro, I don't watch TV.
Dude.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, what
I
are
don't
Did y'all
watch
even have
shows.
like a freaking childhood, low
Yes,
key?
bro. I'm sorry we didn't watch the freaking
Okay.
weird channels.
Bro, I watch like
At-
Forged in Fire and
Yeah, real.
Okay,
movies.
okay.
History channel.
Okay. We'll scratch that. Number 6, Forged in Fire.
Okay,
Because I
okay.
forgot about that.
Okay.
I forgot about
Gas.
Yeah.
Ga-
Okay. Literally. Yeah.
Every episode, I was like,
Okay.
oh my god.
At number 6, Forged in Fire. That makes my list 100 times better. By the way.
Wait. Did y'all see the episode where they didn't have power? Like they had to do all gas stuff. And
Oh yeah, I did.
gas episode, just
Yeah.
straight fire. All right, go ahead.
At number 5, we got Storage Wars.
Oh.
I've never seen it, but I know what it is.
No,
That's a
it's-
heater.
It's good,
That's
bro.
a good one. So is
You know what I'm talking
so is
about?
Pawn Stars.
Hey,
That's a
that
good
one didn't quite make the list.
Pawn Stars
Yeah,
is a good
I
one.
was disappointed it didn't, but it's okay because we got some bangers. At number 4, we got Cash Cab.
Cash Cab. What is that?
Dude, y'all never watched? I was so excited to put Cash Cab on here, bro.
What is
It's
Cash
basically
Cab?
he drives around in a cab asking you trivia questions, and if you get the trivia
Dude, I
questions
would
right,
love to do that.
you get money every time you get one right, dude. It's awesome. Y'all need to watch it.
I want to do that.
At number 3, you got Naked and Afraid.
That's a good one.
That's a really good one.
Number 2, Duck Dynasty.
Oh. I got okay. All right.
And I had to do it. The best TV show, basically reality jokester TV show of all time, Impractical
Practical
Jokers.
Okay.
At the number 1 slot.
All right.
I
so-
got my 1 and 2. I gotta think about a 3. It's between 2.
Oh, I got mine.
All right, go ahead.
I'm putting Duck Dynasty at the 1 because that is all-time classic. I had my first crush on that show. Shout out to Sadie Robertson. Even though she's married and has a baby.
2.
Yeah.
I think she might be pregnant with a 3rd one.
I think so. But
I got my
I
list.
think that was every country kid's first crush.
First love for me.
Nah, bro.
She's still in love with me. She just don't know it yet.
Does she know you yet?
So Duck Dynasty for sure at the 1, Forge and Fire at the 2, and I'm gonna go Practical Jokers at the 3.
Oh, wow.
Mine's the same.
You're putting
switched
Forge and
around.
Fire?
Because I liked the Practical Jokers a lot, but it just like some episodes I was like, this is just stupid.
Oh,
Okay.
After this, I got a little Impractical Jokers update, a little thing.
Okay. I got basically the same thing, switched around, take out Duck Dynasty, Naked and Afraid.
At the 1?
No, switch things around. So I got Impractical Jokers at the 1. Now, keep in mind, I didn't watch shows that much. I've seen maybe 30 minutes total of Duck Dynasty. I never really
Have to.
watched it.
Great.
half
show.
to.
I got Impractical Jokers at 1, Forged and Fire at 2, Naked and Afraid at 3. Recently, an episode aired of Naked and Afraid of a nugget.
Yeah, a girl with no
Really?
legs.
No legs, Naked and Afraid, sitting there scooting around the woods.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Dude,
it was crazy.
that you can't do that. That's not. Oh my god, I couldn't imagine.
Did you
Like if I
It
didn't have
was-
legs and
it
I
was
had to
crazy to
drag my
watch.
stuff.
It was crazy to watch for sure. No, it was like, dude, how the heck is she doing this? Like-
Every time I think like I watch that show, the same thought pops in my head.
What was mine?
they
Huh?
have they
They had
screwing?
to. They had
screwing?
to.
Oh,
Hey,
dude,
had
it's-
to.
It gets cold at night.
That's what
You know
I'm
what I
saying.
mean? Like we gotta make.
They
a
all
little friction.
cuddled and like
Yeah.
naked.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, he's
You
dead.
got to.
The random guys definitely get a boner every time.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, 100%. At least for the first hour, and then you got to worry about survival. But then like there's that point, they go find a river, they take a bath, cook a good fish dinner, and you're like, this is like.
Romantic.
Yeah, this is as romantic as it gets, bro. Butt naked out in the woods with cameras everywhere.
I think because I didn't think of Forge and Fire, I'm not gonna put it on my list.
Okay.
But if I had to pick from our original, it'd go Duck Dynasty, Impractical Jokers, Cash Cab. I literally thought
I
about
thought you were
that.
gonna say Jeopardy on there.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
you said
just-
game shows. I was thinking like
These games.
that's too recent. All of his are at least
Yeah,
10 years
2010.
old.
I find Jeopardy, a heater. Family Feud,
Yeah,
Family Feud is so
Wheel
good.
of Fortune. Come on.
Yeah, but those were like basic. Like those were basics. You know what I'm saying?
And
Like
they put
I
up
had
more
to, I had to put a
numbers.
little something into it.
Hmm.
I could have, you know, I coulda swapped
AFV?
things around, but
You didn't think of AFV?
I didn't really frick with AFV, bro.
What?
What is that?
America's
Funniest
Home
Videos.
Yeah,
Oh, I like that. I like that show.
it was all right. I mean, I thought it was a good kick.
It might be in my top 10.
I like.
Actually,
What's
it probably is because I don't watch
What's
that
that
much.
other survival show where it's like 4 friends and then they put them in like, they covered their eyes and ears and then they flew them out somewhere to like a desert island or like the Antarctic or some random place. You know what I'm talking about?
I have no clue.
Dude, they like it was 4 people, and they just flew like they flew one of the friends out because they would like see how long they could survive, and then like
Were they naked? I have no clue.
I don't know what it was called, but I used to watch that one all the time.
There's this guy on YouTube, and his whole channel is him
You know what
like
I'm talking about?
Mm-mm.
like going away for a week, like just by himself. He's not married or anything. It's not the guy that's on TikTok.
Not Joe.
Is that his name? Like who's in the snow?
think.
And
Yeah,
he has that
got the
picture of him with
glasses.
the shotgun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's not him. It's a different guy. He goes to like islands and he like completely by himself. He has maybe a backpack full of stuff. And like most of it is his GoPro stuff. And he just lives out there. I mean, it's like Naked and Afraid in a 30-minute YouTube video.
Did y'all watch Gold Miners or?
Yes. I know
That
what you're
show?
talking about,
Yeah.
yeah. It was always on at my grandma's house.
Did y'all watch those videos on YouTube of those people building like the tiki huts?
Oh,
like,
dude,
using,
I was
like,
so
mud?
devastated when I found out they were fake.
Oh,
I would never put them on, but whenever I'd fall asleep in the middle of the night, they'd be on for sure
No,
every time.
I would put them on.
I'd put them on
I would put-
personally.
I
was
just
fire to
love.
watch.
They were always on.
But-
I'd wake up in the middle of the night, 3 a.m. and I'm like, sitting there watching for another hour, waiting to see what's about to happen, bro.
Like, so there's a video you can watch where it's like every proof of how it's fake, and like there's big old machineries in the background that they left in and whatever, but they still do so much work.
Yeah.
Like even if most of it's fake, they still sit there and dig and they run those water lines.
Yeah. Like
And
trenches and
even
stuff.
if that mud and water doesn't make that hard concrete, they still are putting that up by hand. Like maybe not the whole thing. I liked
Yeah.
watching the ones where they would build like a few stories and then a slide. There was one I can like vividly remember. It was 3 stories and it had a slide that went around from the back of the house to the front into a pool.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Oh my gosh, dude,
There's
I
another
remember.
one. There's another one that had a big tunnel. It was like a tunnel from an underground area,
Ooh,
and it was like a covered secret tunnel.
speaking
Might have seen
of
that one.
underground, scientists have recently discovered.
Oh,
Scientists have
Did you
recently
watch?
discovered in Egypt under
the
the
pyramids,
pyramids a secret underground layer
of
of water.
like crystal
Oh, yeah, like a
clear
pool?
blue,
Yeah, it's like a pool.
Oh, it's crystal clear.
It's a crystal clear pool.
Oh.
like
And there's-
maybe I
blue,
haven't.
like
He
the
said it's the bluest water he's ever seen in his life.
and
Somebody
there's-
get in it?
Yes, someone went down there and videoed it.
Did somebody get in it though?
Yeah.
In the water?
Mhm.
Oh yeah, we gotta watch out for them. They might get it possessed.
Nah.
No, have y'all seen those things?
he said there
Oh,
was
it gets
like
crazy.
perfectly preserved bodies.
And like mummies.
Like-
In the water.
yeah,
like mummies.
humanoid. Human. He
Yeah, he
used
didn't
the
say
word
human. He said humanoid,
humanoid,
which means
like
humans.
humans.
Not human, like human.
And there was these big
Oh.
poles that are covered in copper
Yeah, copper. Because
Like-
they say that the pyramids were made.
for energy.
Yeah, for energy.
Because
That's why
quartz has a bunch
Oh
of
yeah,
electrons.
because I watched a video explaining how like they had copper coils.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And
On-
it's like it's not so the Statue of Liberty is copper.
Yeah.
And it's exposed to all that oxygen, it turned green.
Mm.
It doesn't have the slightest hint of oxidation. It is
Oh, no, it's
perfectly
perfect, like,
brown
brand new.
copper. And that's been there for thousands of years.
Yeah. Do y'all think there was a another
Civilization
civilization
before us? Yeah,
before
100%.
us?
There's also
Do y'all
been,
think they had a higher technology to build
Yes.
up those?
I don't know about technology, but a higher form of life, like another part of humans
I
that were
think
just
so.
bigger and better.
Yes, because
Do you think it was the Nephilims?
Yes,
Yes,
that's what I was about to
that's
get
the
into.
word.
Yes, I do. It's Nephilims, aka giants, they're mentioned in the Bible. So
Yeah,
they're
yeah. I
definitely
mean,
true.
Nephilims were.
I mean, David and Goliath.
Nephilims.
They were definitely true. Like, y'all know what a Nephilim is?
It's
Yes.
basically a human
the
giant.
angels that were
it's
casted
the fallen
down.
angels
Yeah.
that had fallen down and had kids.
Sorry if you
With,
see my camel toe.
Human.
Yeah.
But there's
Their kids came out to be giants.
there's a theory that
Not like they're not like. Sorry, just to get into this to explain it. They weren't like the angels that were fallen that had kids with humans. They weren't like fully angel, but they weren't fully human. It was a mix, which made them
It's
a
kinda
different breed
like a
than
demigod.
Nephilim. Yeah, kinda. It's pretty cool.
So there's a theory that there was like a bunch of different human, like not humans but creatures that like were almost humans. They said there was this one. It's like super short, like standing at 2 feet tall, and they were extremely ugly and whatnot. And there was like a civil war, and just off of evolution that humans, like us, are the only ones that turned out to survive because we are more intelligent. Because we're not the strongest, because that would be the Nephilims. They're bigger, they're stronger. But because we're smarter and just better, that's the only reason we outlived all of them. You'd have to look into it more. I don't know all the facts.
Well, there's-
I mean, I can get on board with that.
There's signs all over the world that Nephilim were real. So
Oh yeah, I believe in them.
I really do.
I don't
too.
believe in them.
There's
I believe
pictures.
That they
There's
were.
pictures. Corey sent me one. It's like the last Nephilim was in like 1890 something, and he was a freaking giant. Like, he was huge. And there's a picture.
I think I've seen that. What were you saying?
there's a door. It's like
Oh yeah.
like 150 feet tall.
It's like they made doors back in the day. Why would they make doors that big if we're only going to be walking out?
I mean,
a little
even
bit?
if it was just for
Decoration.
architecture and all that, it's still huge.
And
How
it's
did they get that
usable.
up?
It's usable
Yeah,
too.
yeah, like
But also, you could look at it as of like a royalty thing, like
No.
as like the bigger the door,
They're-
the richer
they
they
are
are.
too
No,
like,
no.
there's
I
no
know,
way they
I
could
know,
have
but I'm
split
just
it
saying, somebody who doesn't believe them could probably look at,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
other
But
things.
they're just too big. Like, how would you get it up? And also, another thing about the pyramids is there is, between the three, there is like 2.3 million blocks. These blocks were 2 to 30 tons, I believe.
Yeah.
2 to 30 tons.
2 to 3 tons. I thought.
No,
it's
it's
2 to
like
30
2
tons
30
apiece.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's a
And
huge gap.
so 2.3 million, 2 to 30 tons. How many people did they say worked on it? Like,
That like
40,000?
probably millions.
I think it was only like 40,000.
I
And they
don't
had
know.
it done in 20 to 30 years.
Yeah, that's
That
like
is way too fast. It takes Springville that long to build a neighborhood or to fill a pothole.
yeah.
If you know, you know.
Do y'all know how old David was when he killed Goliath?
He was young though.
Like I think biblically they put it as he was like I want to say he was 19, but he could have been like 13. That's something we could
20 to 30,000 people.
That's
no
crazy.
Way. No, I don't believe that.
I'm telling you,
20
probably,
to 30,000
yeah,
people.
probably 10,000 of them are Nephilims.
No, there's. I mean, listen, dude.
I think it has to be more than that.
Yeah.
I
But
also think it's crazy.
how did they even build a pyramid? Like we have tried to like make things to build a pyramid or move something that
we definitely
heavy
could.
with people, and we haven't done it yet.
You know, it's crazy as well to think about. Sorry to cut you off. The reason that they're made is they used to have a gold topper.
Yeah.
They got robbed by thieves or whatnot, but so that would be the power come off the end to supply all the power out there. But it's like they're like 0.8% off from being perfectly square with the star's axis and everything.
It's not point. It's like 0.00000.
It's like something
like,
crazy.
It's almost nothing's perfect, but it's almost perfect. But to add on to what you're saying, I saw this video and it was explaining how the gold tip, no matter where the sun was, that
It would
it was
always be
so
hit.
perfect. It was always hitting.
Mm-hmm.
producing like into the coils of the copper, and it would just like
It would
give.
give power at all times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they, you know how they like, I don't know. He explained it how they had like things that could power stuff, like tunnels that could power cities.
Yeah, it was like because of the water, the electro.
Yeah. They were way smart. It was crazy.
It's like water powered, but it's also from the power of the sun.
Yeah,
It doesn't even make any sense.
I
It's
don't think they were smarter than us, but
No, I believe they
were.
were. Because listen, you can't look at me and say like that you know how to produce power using only the sun and water and like just
Blocks.
the natural resources.
okay, and not everyone back then did. It may be a few superiors. There's definitely people who could in a heartbeat.
You think
I
Elon
mean-
Musk could?
Maybe no, he's not. He doesn't like that's not his works.
No. Expertise.
Yeah, like maybe if they built a spaceship, Elon could do it better and faster. Like I just think there's some people who outlie the rest of us at being smart, and I feel like that's how it was then. Like there were some smart people, but them as a group were not smarter than us.
I just
At
don't
all.
understand.
think they were.
I think they were smarter than us,
I mean,
and I think that
we built the Empire
we're
State
still
Building.
Yeah, but we're still questioning how they built it. You know, that just has to.
yeah, it's not like people these days have an
and,
answer.
and
still.
people in 20,000 years won't question how we did anything because it's all stored. We were smart enough to do that for ourselves.
They did store it. It's a forgotten language.
On a wall.
It's a forgotten language.
On a wall.
Yeah,
Ours
because
is
they didn't
digital.
have-
It's in the air.
Yeah, but they didn't have what we have.
But
you
if
know?
they were
Their
so smart, they
technology
could
was,
have done
Yeah,
it.
but their technology was different. Say this. That's what they had. Say an asteroid hit the Earth, kills the dinosaurs, because dinosaurs, Nephilims, they were real back then. Whatever.
What?
What?
was that?
I'm just saying hypothetical. Y'all got to go back to what I said. Hypothetically, if we're talking here, let's say they built the pyramids. That's how they translated stuff, directions. Hey, we're gonna write this on a wall. Hey, this is how this plays out. Man killing a mammoth. That they play it out. Say an asteroid comes, kills everybody except a few species. Right? It kills everybody but a few species. It's somehow the pyramids stay, and then we grow. Say evolution is real. I personally do not believe in it, but evolution is real, quote unquote. Hypothetically, say monkeys survived somehow, we turned into monkeys. Well, guess what? Now you got me thinking, okay, so monkey turned to man makes fire, and now we're starting life.
We're in a full circle.
So now this whole thing that we're talking in a language that they wouldn't know because we weren't there in their time. They're not here in our time. They won't understand because we didn't grow up in the same way. But also that could be like their technology. This is our technology. You know what I'm saying? Does that make
let me
sense?
debunk you right there. In the Bible.
Oh yeah,
That's what I try to base most of my history stuff on. If it's something
Yeah.
to do with in the Bible time frame, then
Yeah.
that's what I'm gonna go with. But
Mhm.
Bible never speaks a word, not one sentence in there about when they're in Egypt about pyramids.
Oh yeah, I agree.
So I don't believe they were made then.
I don't know, but I don't believe so.
I don't believe they were made then.
Maybe the
Do you think
pyramids are fake.
they were before Jesus or after Jesus?
I don't know.
Look it up.
Because they're over
They're old.
2,000 years old. And
But it's also 2025.
do y'all think? Yeah. Do y'all think Jesus was 2,000 years ago?
No. No, I think
Longer?
it's way older than that.
I think it
What?
might be longer. I don't know.
Well,
I
they
mean,
said that the Earth is only, how did they say, 3 billion years old or something like that?
yeah, I don't
I think
believe
it's like 13.
they say a lot
Pyramids
of
were
stuff
built 2500 BC. So
before Christ.
Jesus definitely.
2,500 years
So
before them.
4,500 years old, and we can
Yeah.
only live 100 years at max, like 112 biblically speaking.
Now.
What was I about to look
Yeah.
up? I was about to look up something about Jesus.
What were you gonna say?
Oh, how old is the Earth?
How old is? Yeah.
It's like 3 billion years old or something like that. Or like 30,000. They try to say like 30,000 years.
4.5 billion.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
I think it's longer than that. I don't know.
Longer.
No, it's definitely not. No,
Billion?
4 billion? Yeah, no, it's definitely not that old.
Well, hold on. Here's the thing. No. Okay, I've always said this, but this just kind of struck my mind here now. I've always said that the Earth was not that old.
It's not.
Because of biblically. But biblically, 1 minute for God could be 1,000 years.
Mhm.
So one day could have been 100 years for him. You know, we don't know what his standard of time is. So the 7 days that he constructed the Earth could have been
That's what people say is like they have
billions of years. You know,
no idea
for
how
us.
long like Genesis 1 and Genesis 2, like the distance
Yeah.
between the two.
Yeah.
There's
But-
no telling.
But it does say in the Bible that like a year or a minute on Earth is like 1,000 years in heaven or something. Or it might be vice versa. I don't remember, but like, say your grandfather died in World War II, and he goes to heaven, but you die and that was in 1940s. You die in 2040. That's 100 years apart. It'd only be 1 second in heaven for him. Like he would have just,
Mm-hmm. And
it's like you came up with him. You know what I mean? So
That's
it's
what
kinda-
crazy.
freaks me out is that people in heaven, it says this in the Bible, people in heaven are not going to look like they did on earth.
Now you're
But
gonna have
you're
reshaped
gonna-
bodies.
You're going to recognize everybody.
that you knew. I'm sure. Or you
No,
never-
you're going to know everybody.
Yeah, that might be it.
But that's just so weird. Like, how am I supposed to recognize them if it's not them? You
Yeah.
know?
I don't know.
well.
I wonder if that means we're gonna like keep saying like some of the same stuff, or like completely new everything, like new hair, like say if I go,
Well, I don't think
is
we'll
my
be
hair gonna be
physical.
red?
I don't know.
Like,
I
We'll
don't
just be
think
like
we're gonna be
forms?
physical at all. I think we'll just be
Like spirit.
spiritual.
We've been
Does that
running
make
this
sense?
for a hot minute now.
Yeah.
Y'all got-
I'm liking that. I
yeah,
would say
me
we
too.
go over.
Anyways, but
If
what
we
we're
can.
I'm sorry, we got sidetracked. Go back to underwater crypt that they found in the crystal clear water. They
Yeah.
found the humanoids in there. The doctor said that he found one of the humanoid bodies, and like he was looking at it, and he said it had the bluest eyes he's ever seen in his life. The bluer
Could
than
it
any
do the
substance.
water.
He said it was bluer than any substance he's ever seen in his life.
Why did he take a picture of it? Probably
It's
'cause it was
underwater.
underwater. But hey, we've taken pictures underwater, bro.
I'm sure he didn't have I'm sure he didn't expect to go underwater at that moment when he found the.
If you're in the pyramids, you have to be expecting anything. That's period. Like no questions asked. You gotta be.
Do you think there's still hidden rooms in the pyramids that people
Oh,
don't know about?
100%.
I mean, it's huge, and there's like 5 rooms.
I want to go see them. Like I want to go see the 7 wonders of the world.
I want to go inside of it.
There's this video
Explore my own self.
of a guy skydiving over the pyramids,
And
and
he
I
touched it
swear,
with his foot.
I have seen it a million times. It is everywhere. I cannot escape that
He does
video.
what?
Like I still see it. He
Yeah.
skydives over the pyramids, and like when he pulls his thing, he's like an inch from the pyramids. And,
Yeah,
like-
I've seen a guy like drag his foot across of it, and he almost got arrested for it, or something.
Are you not allowed to touch it?
Mm-mm.
No, you're like you can climb the. I think you only climb 3 bricks. Like after that, you get arrested.
Wow.
They're like as tall as us. How do you?
Yeah,
climb them?
but I don't know. Some
You have to
people
like
can.
pull yourself up or something. I don't know.
They're smaller rocks, like where they decayed, I guess,
yeah,
Why is it illegal?
because they don't.
it's a
want you
wonder
in
of the world, bro.
there. Yeah, they
You
wanna
can't go
preserve
over
it.
there and start climbing on Stonehenge or whatnot. Like,
No, you can. You just get arrested.
Speaking of Stonehenge, that's another crazy one.
Speak-
We'll talk about the 7 wonders of the world because that's freaking. That's something right there.
Stonehenges and stuff. Let's just go like do illegal stuff at the 7. Like let's do 7 legal things at the 7 wonders of the world and post them on social media. I guarantee you, we blow up.
Yeah, we blow up in jail.
what even are the 7 wonders? Pyramids, Stonehenge, Easter Island, those
Dubai.
little heads.
The thing in that's Stonehenge.
That's
Okay,
just
then what's
something.
what,
No,
what's
Stonehenge
that
is
little
the-
portal thing? The portal looking thing. That's Stonehenge.
Yeah, where it's the random
Yeah, just the random things.
that got put there
The
by nope.
mountains.
Yeah, I saw
You got the
something.
mountains with like the cities in them. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
I know
That's
three
that's
wonders.
the eighth wonder of the world. It's not on there.
What?
It's not in the seven one.
I'm gonna look
That's
up the
in,
seven
like-
because I don't even know.
It's there's one that's like the Hanging Gardens of Babel, or something like that. And then there's one that's
Oh yeah, the statue of Jesus where he's like in Greece. Like,
yeah,
In
it's in
Rio?
Brazil.
Yeah, you know what I meant. I've seen people skydive on that off of it.
That was one of them. I
Great
didn't know that
Wall
was
of
one
China is one of the seven
Is the
wonders.
Leaning Pyramid of Giza or whatever? Leaning Tower of Giza or Pisa?
of them. No.
No. So Great Wall of China.
Taj
Chicken
Mahal. How did I
Itza?
forget about that?
Speaking of Taj Mahal, I went on a cruise and the my waiter
Petra?
was
Yeah, that's the one I
he
was
was
talking
he was from Dubai, and he was telling me that
Machu Picchu.
the people that made it
Christ the Redeemer.
the Taj
Colosseum.
Mahal, all the workers
Taj
got their
Mahal.
hands chopped off after it got built
could
because
never build
so they could
anything
never
like
so
it.
nobody could ever build anything like that ever again.
Yeah.
Kareem
heard about that.
Abdul-Jabbar.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Tim Duncan. Shaquille O'Neal.
What?
Larry Bird.
Bro's name.
Bill Russell. This is in the same article. It just started listing the 10 greatest basketball players of all time.
After the seven wonders of the world.
Kareem, Tim Duncan, Shaq
But
is
I
at
think
8.
I want to go to that one
This
that's
might
Larry-
be like power forwards.
Larry Bird at 7. Bill Russell at 6. Oscar Robertson at 5.
Oscar, bro, he definitely ain't in the top 10, but he's up there for sure.
Wilt Chamberlain's at 4.
Who's one?
Magic Johnson is 3. Michael Jordan is 2. LeBron James.
No.
LeBron!
Let me see. You lied.
I'm not lying.
Bro.
LeBron.
Nah, I
There's our sunshine. Bro, all those videos or all the songs.
I'm talking about the man on the Lakers.
Y'all are crazy, dude.
No, you're crazy for thinking Jordan's better.
Yeah.
What?
it was.
You're crazy for thinking Jordan's better
Jordan
than
is
LeBron.
better.
Jordan was way better. Look at the numbers of people who watch the NBA.
I saw the same video you saw, buddy.
Okay, I'm just gonna tell the viewers. Look at the numbers of people who watch the NBA and who was the face of the NBA at that time. Michael Jordan was. Now look at the numbers now. Nobody watches the NBA, and who's the face of it? LeBron James.
And the
I-
LeBron.
Okay.
He has more points. He's been in the league longer than
yeah,
us, so
do you,
it's like
okay, hold on.
Okay, if we do the same time span of how long MJ was in the league and how long LeBron was in the league,
Okay, do you think
LeBron
it's the
still
rings?
overlaps him
Okay,
twice.
rings.
Hold on. Do you
Where's the
think?
rings?
Do you think that?
Notice
it is-
how you know Jordan could never win without Scottie Pippen.
Okay.
He could have done it without Scottie Pippen.
Oh, did he?
Done it with Scottie.
Did he
Scottie
though?
Pippen.
Did he though? No, he didn't because he didn't have he didn't have the Wizards without Scottie Pippen.
He never
So-
lost in the
Whatever,
finals.
bro. Yeah.
He didn't make it to the finals without Scottie Pippen.
Okay. So you're saying
So that's
he's
pretty
the
much
best
it.
player of all time?
Your basis
No, so-
is
but-
off
so-
of Scottie Pippen.
That's what I'm saying. So, what's Michael without Scottie Pippen? What's Mike without Ike? Nothing.
What's Mike without Ike?
That's what I'm saying. Mike and Ike. See what I was doing there?
That was stupid.
Okay. But
Nothing.
Here's the thing.
He's nothing.
Do you think it's easier to score now in the NBA or easier to score back then in the NBA?
I think the skill is way different from then and now. I think it's
Okay.
way. I think the skill now is better than back then.
I personally think you're wrong.
What?
Yeah, you're stupid for that,
You put Stephen Curry back in Will Chamberlain. He's
dude. He's dropping 70.
more than that. He's dropping 120 in a game. Like
They're not gonna be able to stop. They're like, what's a 3-pointer?
No, y'all aren't understanding what I'm saying. Like,
I'm telling you, you put
The
you put
skill
Larry
set
Bird in his prime in today's league. He will not shine. He will be.
he'll get 3 minutes of playing time, then he'll get
I
pulled out for the rest
guarantee
of the season.
If you take the dream team versus the redeem team, the dream team wins 100% of the time. They got better defense, plus they got better offense, and I that's just personally what I say.
I personally think
get
you're
it.
wrong.
You got Kobe, you got LeBron, you got.
First of all, we can
Wade,
just look
you
at
got
we can just look at
freaking-
shot. We can look at size. That's all we gotta look at. Tell me, who's stopping Shaq? Because
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
No, he's
no,
just tall.
he's
skinny.
yeah, he's not. He's small. Shaq's gonna body him 10 out of 10 times.
Okay, I'm still going with my ass.
Who's gonna body him? Nobody.
I don't know.
Who's stopping Kobe?
Nobody.
Nobody.
Okay.
You're stupid.
He's on the same team.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
MJ
Wait,
was on
what?
the Dream Team, not the Redeem Team.
LeBron.
I don't even know what that is. I don't.
The Dream Team was like
Magic.
Johnson, Mike, Larry
Irwin.
Bird, like
What's his name? What's his name?
John Stockton.
What's his name?
Steve
Irwin.
Nash.
Or not Irwin. It was
Steve Irwin.
Oh my God. He got.
Irving?
Yeah, Irving.
Julius
Kyrie.
Irving?
Yeah, Julius Irving.
Oh.
Kyrie was on the Redeem Team. LeBron was on the Redeem Team.
Kobe,
We
Curry.
can get a full episode out of this, but we're not gonna because
we're not gonna.
Camden Smith.
We're gonna.
We need him because he'll tell you straight that LeBron's way better.
Yeah, he will, and I'm gonna have to prove to him that he's wrong.
He'd be like, dude,
How-
you're dumb.
Yeah, he
How many
would.
people you see walking around in LeBron shoes?
Mm-hmm.
Dude.
How
Look-
many pairs of LeBron shoes you got? How many pairs of Jordans you got?
I have one pair of LeBrons and one pair of Jordans.
Okay, how many pair you got?
0 LeBron, 1 Jordans.
I don't have any because I'm not gay.
Michael Jordan has a better impact on the world, a bigger and
Yeah.
better.
Okay, so you're telling me that.
And he's more rich. I'm just putting that up.
Yeah, only because his mom made it the greatest, smartest deal of all time
Yeah.
with the shoes. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, she's smart.
she made the best deal of all time. He gets, I don't remember the percentage amount of shoes money, but he gets it, and he gets tons of it
I
every
don't
month.
know.
Nike sends him a check.
I don't know. We gotta wrap it up, but
Yeah, unfortunately.
this
we
is
did.
for another episode.
All right.
Stay tuned.
The question to end it all right here.
23 versus 23.
He copied his number, by the way.
True.
But he also won one in 06 with number 6. He won 2 at 6.
Okay, why did he have to change it?
Try something different. Or just to take the good
Or to-
spot because he's like, I'm already better than him now, so why not take his number?
No. If you have to take the good spot.
If you
like,
ask,
no,
if
no.
you hold on, I just want to put this out there for everybody before we end this thing. If you ask anybody that played with both of them, they say Michael Jordan
Who?
was better. Shaq,
Yeah, dude, that's
Kobe.
ask him.
Look at the interview. They've already asked. Look at everybody.
Dude,
Tim Duncan.
Y'all don't understand.
Everybody
That's not even.
picks
That's not,
Michael Jordan because he's better.
because
End of
no,
the- end of
because
the
they
line.
played with Mike's prime. They never played with with LeBron's prime. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Yes.
You were telling me that Kobe didn't play. Kobe entered
When
the
did he?
league-
When did he? When did he?
Hold on, hold on, hold on.
When
Listen to-
did
listen
he
to me.
retire? Answer that.
No, listen.
Answer my question.
Hold on,
When did he
listen to
retire?
listen to my
2019.
statement.
Huh?
2019.
Dude, he died in 2019.
Hold on. Listen
Yeah,
to
he
listen to my
was
statement
leaving
though.
a game.
Kobe
It was a
entered.
day after a game. Was it not? Because he
No,
dropped like
dude, he,
40
like,
the night
Kobe
before.
Kobe entered the NBA the year that Michael Jordan retired, and then he went on to play during LeBron's Cleveland years, and after he went to wherever the hell he went after.
2016.
When was Kobe's last game? Look up when his last game was, not when he retired. Because he retired and then came back.
LeBron's prime was probably like
2016, April 13th. April 13th, he retired on my birthday.
Hey, bro, I'm just saying.
After scoring 60 points in the
Look-
Lakers against the
Look
Utah
at
Jazz.
every NBA player that played with both of them and ask them who was better. They gonna say Michael because that's the hard truth, and you just don't like to admit it.
You're so stubborn, bro.
No, bro.
I could lead you. It's like leading a horse to water, bro. But you can't make it drink because you just stupid as hell.
I ain't
That's
thirsty.
stubborn.
Cause I'm still stuck on the well back there. You know what I'm saying?
What?
He's saying he's stuck on the other water source.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I got it, but like I was like, that's
The well's older than the river. I don't know. I don't know. It's just
nope.
Definitely not.
You know
You
what?
had me, then you lost me.
Okay. Well, anyways,
I think that's gonna... We're
My
Gonna
mom-
wrap it up.
end the argument here.
my mic's been off this whole time.
No, it hasn't.
I'm just playing.
Imagine.
Imagine these nuts dragging across your face.
Hashtag bring back the dub.
That's gonna wrap it up for today. Thank y'all for tuning in. I hope y'all like the stories and the conspiracies and the arguments that we've had today. Hope y'all love the new signs. I know they're off-centered. We're gonna get them fixed.
We just had to
I
try
like 'em
some.
off-center,
I like them
though.
off center too.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it was good. I think.
Y'all can't see what's above my head right now, but I am fearing for my life just sitting here.
What is it?
There's like weights on the edge of this board just to counterweight it.
Yeah, to counterweight it. So if like it shakes, it's gonna
If it
fall on his
shakes,
head.
it's gonna fall. All right, bro.
How
Oh
you
no!
How are you gonna
Look at my
make the
camel
ceiling
toe.
shake by?
I don't know, bro.
This man
but
got
these
some
look
straight
great. You would
sense, not common sense, but
never believe where we got them. So we looked at neon signs. These aren't neon. These are just LED strips covered with some plastic. We looked at actual neon signs. They were $100 a piece. So $300. We were about ready to spend it. Like we were like, you know what, whatever. And I looked on this special app straight out of China. Most of y'all know it. Most of y'all don't.
we like to call it
Temu.
Tamu.
This was $43. All three of them for $43 instead of $300. And these look great.
Yeah.
They do.
And I mean, this is on the
this is the
lowest,
lowest
setting.
setting. Yeah.
And
is awesome.
they don't change colors, which I mean, you can't be mad about that. It was $43.
Yeah.
And these are the biggest options. They're 20 inches, I believe. And,
No, I like the blue. I think it just looks. I love blue, but hey, I'm just saying.
I feel like it's the brightest out of the colors.
Yeah.
You know, like because red's just gonna look dark.
Yeah.
But anyway, we love it.
It's appealing to the eye.
We got more to come. We're gonna decorate this wall more.
Mall.
Shut up. As J. Cole said before we shot, it's only up from here.
Yeah.
If y'all got
It
any
is.
questions,
Suggestions.
Or blessings.
our DMs and our comments are open. Peace.
Yes, sir.
Out.
Peace.